Welcome everyone to Vested Interests. This is Shane back again for another weekly stock portfolio update. We are going to take a look at the stocks I purchased for this week and added to the portfolio, as well as the overall portfolio balance and the current annual dividend yield and payout rate. So that's what we do every week here. If you're interested in that kind of thing, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know how your portfolio did this week, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Continue to follow along on this journey, and you can watch what I add every week. I do not have a paid Patreon account. I don't plan on ever having one. It's free to see what I'm putting in every week. I'll cover the stocks that I invest in. I cover a weekly daily stock pick of the day, Monday through Thursday, so you can see what stocks I'm seeing value or potentially not seeing value. We take a look at one that's pulled back on the day, and if it's worth taking a look at, adding to our watch list, or potentially adding to the portfolio. I give you my opinion on that as well, and if a lot of times it's something I have in my portfolio, so I'll show you how many shares I may own of that particular stock, if it is one I own, and what my cost basis is. With that said, let's jump right into this video. So the first activity was on August 11th. And it was our first reinvestment from our Apple shares. We have about 20 shares of Apple stock, and it paid out $4.60 in dividends, which picked up 0.02709 shares of Apple at $169.81. Now we picked up our position in Apple around $130, so it has really jumped up, and you're going to see here the dividend yield overall for the portfolio has dropped down quite a bit here, because a lot of positions similar to Apple have really jumped up. So it has taken the portfolio back into the green a bit, which is nice to see, but it also has decreased the dividend yield, which is, even though this week we added a significant portion of the shares that we added were higher paying dividend yields. You'll see that here in a second. Excuse me. And the activity continued. I added to the portfolio on August 11th $1,301.65. And with those funds that were added to the portfolio, we added 6 shares of Verizon Communications, ticker VZ. Verizon Communications is in the communications sector. And we picked up those shares for $45.03 per share. And that's a pretty high yielding dividend stock right there. It's well over 4%. LyondellBasell, we added 5 more shares of ticker LYB, LyondellBasell Industries, at $91.78. That one started to come back up significantly as well. Intel continues to be down, so we added 4 more shares of Intel, ticker INTC. And I'm sorry if I didn't say so, LyondellBasell is in the material sector. INTC for Intel is in the the information technology sector for Intel, and we picked up those 4 shares at $36.08. We added 6 shares to Lumen Technologies, ticker LUMN. This is also in the communications sector, and we picked up those 6 shares for $11.23. USB, ticker USB, US Bancorp. We added 4 more shares there. This was on our August stocks to watch list here, so we added 4 more shares there at $48.58. AT&T continues to be pulled back a bit, so we added 8 more shares of ticker T, AT&T, at $18.12. If I didn't mention USB, United Bankstorms, obviously is in the financial sector, and AT&T is in the communication sector. So you can see here with AT&T, Lumen Technologies, and Verizon all being in the communication sector. This sector seems to be pulled back right now, so I'm adding to that sector while I can get those shares cheaper than my cost basis. And then we had a little bit of funds left over, so we added 2 more shares of Sibanye-Stillwater, ticker SBSW. This is in the material sector, and we picked up those 2 shares for $10.81 per share. So as I mentioned, a lot of stocks have come back over the last couple of weeks, the last month for sure. And the overall portfolio has raised accordingly. It's up to $129,455. Again, back into the green, well into the green now. But that has the opposite effect on the dividend yield. So as the portfolio value jumps up, the dividend yield tends to drop back. So the current dividend yield is sitting at 4.501%. And the annual dividend income, this is what it's all about. Passive income produced by the portfolio, by the stocks within the portfolio, and the dividends that are paid out by them, whether the market's up, down, floating sideways, $5,827.13 currently produced by the portfolio. A quick run through the asset allocations. We are sitting at 8.68% of the portfolio is in communications, 3.85% in consumer discretionary, 7.64% is in consumer staples, 9.21% in energy, 13.25% in financials. Financials have started to come back, so this position here, this slice of the pie, has really started to jump up as well. Healthcare is down to 9.20%. Industrials is up to 13.91%. Technology is sitting at 11.60%. Materials is sitting at 6.97%. Utilities at 1.71%. And REITs and real estate's another one that has really rebounded here lately, is sitting at 13.92%, so almost breaking that 14% of the portfolio. And we still do not have any ETFs. Again, with so many other positions pulled back, it's hard to add to that. And actually, in the healthcare sector, I was watching Johnson & Johnson toward the end of the week. It dropped down below my cost basis, so I may look to add to the Johnson & Johnson piece of the pie here next week in the healthcare sector. Well, that's really it. Just wanted to cover the purchases for the week. It doesn't have to be a long video. I hope you are having a great weekend. Let me know how your portfolio did this week. Again, a lot of green, really a nice recovery over the last month or so. And again, it does have a kind of a double-edged sword there. It's nice to see stocks gain value in their stock price, but it does decrease the yield, and it starts to pull some stocks that were in fair or below fair market value out of that buy range. So we just kind of hold and wait for them to maybe go on sale again, hopefully sooner than later. And as always, guys, appreciate you stopping by, and girls, if there's any girls out there watching. I think most of the metrics tell me that most of the people who watch the show are guys, but I'm hoping there's some girls out there who are interested in financial freedom and financial security as well. Always appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit the thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, suggestions for future topics, or constructive criticism. Drop it all down below in the comment section. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, have a great weekend. What's left of it. We'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. Can lose money. You should never invest in any amount. Not come to lose it. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice that comes from a certified financial advisor.